Yeah, of course. And I'm not saying that Thoth's teachings are wrong or evil or anything like that. He's actually a very old, ancient deity that hasn't actually just resided on Earth, but he's, lived and been through other planets as well. So he has a wealth of knowledge about many different things. But the thing is that we must ask ourselves what the agenda is behind these deities, what if what they are teaching is actually the correct teachings, or if they're actually teaching people how to correctly ascend. What is the agenda behind them, and why are they infiltrating so much of the new age spirituality movement and channeling through all these people and essentially just trying to control the human population once again. And Thoth does have a lot of information and a lot of knowledge, considering he basically stole the CDT 11 CDT plate. So he does have, a very big, wide platter of information. But at the same time, a lot of the humans are essentially a very young species compared to a lot of other galactic beings. For example, the Lyrans, the Syrians, the Andromedans, the Arcturians, who've actually lived outside this time matrix and have memories and remembrance of, the Star Wars, Lyran Wars, the fall of Atlantis. And it's always the same beings behind these things. It's always the same evil groups that, destroy planets and corrupt humans and abuse humans and manipulate humans and essentially, create all these wars and create all these havoc because they need life force energy. Now you have to ask yourself, why they need life force energy, and why they're so adamant about channeling through people is because we are the ones that help to sustain them, because we are the ones that are connected to source. And the thing is that Thoth, he's actually bound to space-time matter in the M33 Proziac black hole matrix. He's a black hole entity. He's actually a fallen entity that's no longer connected to source as well, because he was banished. He banished himself actually, because he disconnected and thought that he would rather be a god, and he would rather present himself as a god with the Anunnaki to human beings and give them a false history once again. But luckily, some of us are getting our memory back, and we are exposing these fallen gods for really what they are. And I don't really have anything against anybody disagreeing with me, and I'm not even here to make people agree with me or, spread and force my knowledge and my teachings upon people. But the thing is that there is always two sides to a story. There is always many truths, and it's really great that, you're connecting to your own intuition and following your own guidance, because at the end of the day, we are all responsible for our own ascension. We all have free will choice. We all have connection to our higher self. I'm just here to show people, a different way of viewing things, or at least have a different perspective on things. And as well to, I guess, help people realize that we don't really need the help of any of these external entities. We don't need to worship anything. We don't need to follow any deities. We don't need to worship any angels, connect to any angels, because you have your own connection to source. You have your own connection to your higher self as well. And a lot of the time people don't really even know what they're connecting to, and they actually don't know that they're giving their life force energy, their divine creative energy, their love to fallen entities that are just siphoning their life force because they need it to survive. So yeah, I'm just here to express a different point of view and, just help people see that there is another side to the story. And this story goes very, very deep. And this story is, millions of years old. This history goes back millions of years. And a lot of the people aren't aware of it because they don't remember what's actually been happening in this galaxy.